So here we have a very low mile 2006 Cadillac XLR Roadster. This one comes in the beautiful blue steel. And then we have shale leather interior. And the powertrain consists of that 4.6 liter Northstar naturally aspirated V8 engine, made it to a 5-speed automatic transmission. But this one has just a little under 35,000 miles, so super low mileage again. To the headlamps here, we get those HID headlights, fog lights down below. And this one is basically collector car condition, just super great shape. It barely looks used. We come around to the side here, we get these beautiful 18-inch aluminum wheels. Those are in fantastic shape. Tires there. Could open the door here, kind of like the Corvettes, just kind of a push button there. And I love this door panel here, all of this beautiful leather, and you don't see any black plastic or anything. All the stuff just looks super premium. Storage there. Power mirror controls are here. You can pick a side or offset them in the middle and use that dial. Power door lock controls integrated there. One-touch automatic up and down windows. Premium Bose sound system. It sounds fantastic. I tested it out before I started the review here. And then we can open our gas cap, pushing that button there. Trunk release there. And then we have the controls for the heads-up display. I'll show you all that in a minute. And there is the power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar support. And then we can set our memory seats by just holding the button, or we can recall it just by pressing the button and letting off. And then we have our power tilt and telescope steering wheel there as well. I mean, this one's just in immaculate shape. Gas cap is there. Now as we come around to the back end, I have the top down, so that's the cargo space with the top down. You can still access the trunk, which is great. I mean, the hard top's in great condition. And then you can just close it by pressing the button there. And thank you to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this XLR today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But I mean, just great shape. Look at that. You have the rear parking sensors integrated there. Quad pipe exhaust. Just a good looking car in this blue. Our front passenger side, pretty much same adjustability as the driver's side, which I appreciate there. And then we have a lockable glove compartment. The owner's manuals are still in this one. I mean, just great shape. Now I'm going to come back around to the front, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood. I just want you all to get just a good look at this car. We're just going to pull here. I want to get a good angle there. The thing is just stunning. So you come over here to the side, hit that latch, and there's that Northstar V8 covered up there. Can't wait to test that out on the interstate here momentarily. But we're gonna go ahead and hop in the driver's seat, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the top back up when we get in here. So a beautiful leather wrap steering wheel here. Wood grain there. Please excuse the glare, that's what's causing that brightness there, but we're gonna take care of that here in a minute as we go ahead and put this bad boy back up. And it's not the fastest, but it gets the job done relatively quickly. And then here, we can actually open, we have storage in there. Now back over to the vehicle itself. Hazards are there. We get AM, FM, XM radio. And we can use the tune there. CD drives behind the actual radio. And then for the volume, we can adjust there. Click to turn the audio off, then turn it back down there. So you can set up your settings for everything there, DVD drive there. And then we do have that navigation system. When you have the CD-ROM working, you gotta have that map DVD, but you can do all of that there. And then your menus within each option are right there. So not too crazy, but pretty neat looking system. CD drive is down there. We do have 2-stage heated front seats for the driver, front passenger. And I'm gonna turn this air back on here. And then we can set the fan direction or the fan speed to auto mode, which is great. Then we can toggle the power there. Turn the whole system off. And then down here, cigarette lighter. And then we can also close this off, our bottle holders. That's having some little trouble opening up there. I'll get to it in a minute. And then over here, that's that button we use to toggle that hard top, traction control there. And then our center console cubby space with a 12 volt right there. And it's just a little tight in here. I'm 6'3", I can fit in here, but that's why I'm having a little bit of difficulty just getting around. But for the shifter, pull the lever behind, reverse, neutral, drive, and you can come over here and manually shift. And I like how these illuminate when you're in that manual mode. It's pretty neat. And then over here, we can toggle our info right there. We can change our units from English to metric. Tire pressure monitors are available. And then our options are here. We can toggle these lights underneath the mirror here. And then our reset button's there. Now for the heads-up display, I'm gonna try and zoom in so you can see it. So it just shows us how fast we're going. And then we can adjust the height there, the brightness there, and then we can dim either the heads-up display or the gauge cluster using that button there. Now for the cruise, we can turn that on by hitting the button on the side here, and then we can just adjust, increase the speed or turn it off there. And then headlamp controls are here. You can turn the auto mode on or off, and then fog light controls right there. And then high beams, low or flash there. And then windshield wiper controls. It's one time off, intermittent, low, high. You can adjust the intermittent here, and then you can hit the button right there to do the windshield wipers. And then you also have headlamp washers as well. There's the horn, voice recognition. We can toggle our audio sources here. And then we have our volume controls here. Then our presets are right here. There's the push button start there. Here's the key fob. And finally, let's go ahead and take a look at how she looks with the top up. Just one quick walk around here. And that's one of the things I love about these XLRs, just whether you have the top up or top down, it's like two different cars, but they're both just stunning to look at. But I love these things. And I'll leave a link below in the description if you're interested in purchasing it. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2006 Cadillac XLR out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive in this Cadillac XLR, I want to apologize. I'm not sure. I did a lot of research on this car before I got behind the wheel of it, but I'm not sure that this is a special edition. I'm not sure about what year it ended either. After I did a little bit of research, I found conflicting evidence on certain things, so not so sure about the status of the special edition. But if it is a special edition, I'll include it in the title. If not, I'll just put it's a regular XLR. But just a super pretty car, I think. It's fun to drive. It's different. I think a lot of these aren't still around, and they really didn't make that many to begin with, but I like it. Now I'm gonna put it into manual mode. We're gonna see what it can do. So just a fun get up and go there. It just super quick on the throttle. And it's rush hour traffic, so I'm having to do a little more than I would like to. But I mean, it's just, the ride is fantastic, especially for a Roadster. It's so smooth going down the interstate here. Wind noise, of course, with it being a hard top, is a little intrusive, but doesn't bother me at all. If I'm driving this thing, I want the top down anyway. But it's super impressive. You have the Bose sound system that pretty much drown out any wind noise, whether you have the top up or down. And then on top of that, just having such a comfortable ride, comfortable seats, having the heated seats on top of that, the dual zone climate controls that are automatic. This just feels like $1 million even in, 15 years, 16 years down the road from when this car was first built. Actually, I think it's closer to 20 now. But I mean, almost 20-year-old car still puts a smile on my face. And it's a Cadillac, so it's just something. It's a treat to get one of these, I think. Now, like I said, this one is basically in collector car condition. It's probably about an 8.5, 9 out of 10 in my opinion. But the powertrain, it still purrs like new because it only has almost 35,000 miles, not even 35,000 miles on it. I mean, the hardtop works seamlessly. It's just it's just really fun. It really is. I wouldn't mind having one of these, honestly, just to take out on the weekends or when it's a nice day out. And then if you just want to feel the roar of a Northstar V8, you can do that here. And Cadillac just did Cadillac things with this. I mean, I love having the Bulgari gauge cluster here. It looks neat, and it's different. And just everything on this one in particular is held up very nicely. Now, it doesn't have a lot of miles on it, but again, for the year that this is, I'm impressed with how the interior is held up. And I did forget to mention, I did not know what this meant. This actually has adaptive cruise control, which is insane to me. It's a 2006 car. And it actually shows you on the heads-up display. I wish I could show it to you all, but it shows you the distance, and then you can just cut the cruise off at any time, turn it back on, and then once it's set again, you can adjust that gap for the adaptive cruise. So again, let me reiterate, this 2006 Cadillac XLR has adaptive cruise control on it, which I think is nuts. And as I adjust the gap there, as I get to the vehicle closer in front of me, it's keeping that safe distance. So I'm telling it to go faster, but just to keep these car lengths, it's not accelerating. Again, it's a 2006 car, it's just nuts. But as we come to an end of the test drive, I'm very impressed by how this car has held up over time and just all the features that it had in 2006. Feels like forever ago. Having the adaptive cruise, navigation system, heated seats, the dual zone automatic climate controls. If you're a collector, definitely make sure you take a look at this 2006 Cadillac XLR Roadster.